And basically there's a lot of stuff that's happened that is not entirely related to the events that are transpiring at this point in time. But suffice to say that Rokugan has just come out of a famine. So everyone is already on edge. There's been a peasant revolt, which quote unquote doesn't exist 200 years later. Because the emperor said that didn't happen, and so it didn't. But everyone's basically on edge. And so crab scouts in the Shadowlands detect a large force of men riding monsters, which is to say cavalry, moving northwards. And they are decidedly confused. But they mention it to everyone that they need to. Everyone's like, oh shit, this is really the last thing that we need on invasion by the Shadowlands right now. Fuck everything. So, needless to say, this force that everyone believes to have come from the Shadowlands basically just rampages through Rokugan. Not really, like, killing anything, but just, nope, fuck you. We know where we're going. I should clarify at this point in time that Rokugan doesn't have horses. Rokugan has ponies, what we would call ponies, that they call horses. Basically small, sturdy, horse-like animals. I don't have a family for a horse, so insert that here.
Equine?
Yes! Small, sturdy, equine animals that are good for traveling long distances, and maybe draft animals, but not horses as we conceive them. Certainly not war horses. Whereas, what these people are riding are legitimate war horses. They are giant to the Rokugani and terrifying. And so they come up. Interestingly enough, they settle in the old Unicorn Lands. And that's where they go. And it takes the Empire a while to realize what is happening. And it's not until the Elemental Master of Air from the Shiba actually goes to speak with them that he realizes who they are, as everyone thinks that they are Shadowlands creature. And so a lot of the crabs commit seppuku because they failed to sacred duties. A lot of lion commit seppuku because they failed to protect the Empire from invaders. Because the unicorn are just ruffle stomping all of the lion armies. Because we have cavalry, and you don't. We win. Horses, man. Fucking up war since the beginning of time. So, the Isawa speak to the leaders, and they come to realize that this is the lost clan of Rokugan. What is now, at this point in time, the unicorn. Having explored other cultures and been gone for 800 years, and by word of their kami needed back in Rokugan soon, the now Unicorn clan heads back. They come home. And no one knows what the fuck is happening. And there's literally almost war between the great clans. Until finally, the Crane are the first to acknowledge the Unicorn as being the Kyurin clan, the lost Kyurin clan. Publicly in the Imperial Court. So, the Emperor is eventually swayed by the combined might of the Phoenix, and by the combined political might of the Phoenix and the Crane, to acknowledge that these are, in fact, the Unicorn clan, and he does so. And everyone goes back to kind of what they were doing, and he demands that the Lion give up the Unicorn lands that they've held, because it's not yours, fuck you. And eventually they do, although they're pretty sore about it. I'm not terribly happy. But I'm covering the two most recent major historical events relevant to the game. Because as far as your character's knowledge of history, these are the major lessons you've had. The founding of the Empire everyone knows about, but it's like a childhood story. These are the relevant events. Heavy gloves. So
it's our Revolutionary War.
Kind of, yeah. So they come back, crisis averted for the most part. The crowd realizes that they're not tainted for the most part. They lost, the unicorn literally lose a family to the Shadowlands. Because pride goeth before the fall. Which then leads the unicorn to have a very big respect for the crab and what they do, having never encountered the Shadowlands and realizing that the crab had been standing watch for 800 years against this taint, which has claimed an entire family of unicorn because of their folly. They have a genuine respect for the clan, for the crab, probably more than most of the great clans. Like, holy shit. But they come back and settling, basically. They approach the Kitsune on their way back, and the Kitsune recognize them right off the bat. And the Kitsune hand over, basically, all of the history that they've recorded. Say, here you go. Our duty is done. And once the unicorn are recognized as a great clan, they offer to the Kitsune, basically, you are family. Despite the years that separate us, you are family. And used to independence, the Kitsune declined to rejoin the unicorn clan. They have grown comfortable in the Kitsune Morai. They have come to recognize and acknowledge and take comfort in their status as a clan. And really, the unicorn are vastly different from everyone in Rokugan, so yeah. It's good. We're good. We're good. We're fine. You can stay here. So the unicorns start integrating. Basically back in Rokugan. I'm turning on the light. Turning on another light as the sun sets. As the sun sets. Those of you who know Rokugan history will know why that's important. So, I don't remember the specific date that it starts. More recently, incredibly recently, a couple of years ago, most people honestly have no idea what the fuck happened or why it happened. Still, it's a relatively new event, and all of the secrets associated with it are nowhere in public circulation. Long story short, the Scorpion get a wild hair up their ass and decide that the Emperor needs to be assassinated. You have decided high treason, I see. Okay. You okay? Okay. Sure. Oh, wow. Why? Nobody knows. Because I'm now speaking to my players and not to the general audience of the true historical fact. So nobody knows, but they straight up assassinate. I want to say Hante 28. And his son, thanks to the Phoenix, is spirited out of the Imperial City and into Phoenix lands. Having had word of what was going to happen, the Phoenix steal the Imperial heir. Nope! You're coming with us! And then the Scorpion kill his father. The Scorpion rule for all of 6 months before the Lion are like, fuck you! Give back the capital! Also, stop it! What are you doing? What are you doing? There is random fragments and stories that the Scorpion are doing their duty to the Empire. That they are protecting from a greater evil by killing Hante. Nobody believes it, because holy fuck, you just murdered the Emperor. The shit is wrong with you. But eventually, the Phoenix clan and the other associated clans bring forth the Imperial heir, and basically the Scorpion have to admit that they have no legitimate claim to the throne, that they are usurpers. They're supposed to be. And they are beaten the crap out of. And Hante the 29th ascends the throne. These numbers may be 29 and 30, but I'm pretty sure it's 28 and 29.
Fact check! Fact check!
Please put your comments in the box below.
I almost said it, and then I was like, no, I never ever invite that on a YouTube video.
Oh, totally. Please leave any comments on the thing below.
Comments box below this
Yeah,
video.
there you go. There you go. That's
I may
what.
run out of characters for all of the inconsistencies that I have created. That is my parting shot. So, Hante the 29th does several things. So clans at this point in time. The crab, always. The crane, always. Lion, dragon, phoenix. Oh god, I don't know letters.
No one saw that.
Nobody saw that, except all of the internet.
So it's like 5 people.
Phoenix. Unicorn. I believe that's everyone. Oh, Scorpion. So, Hante the 29th does several things. Most notably, y'all committed treason. I don't care who didn't know about it. Get the fuck out of my empire. The Scorpion are exiled. Straight up. The entire clan. The entire Great Clan. Never in 1100 years has this happened. Nonetheless, never in 1100 years has a Great Clan tried to murder the Emperor. So, you know, he does, for whatever reason, and I promise when you read Imperial histories it makes sense, but I could never remember it, because anytime you are not staring at that page, it seems like the stupidest thing ever. He marries his assassin's wife. Because his assassin is already dead, obviously. So he marries her. His assassin being the Scorpion clan champion, he marries the clan champion's wife after the clan champion is dead. I promise, I'm not even kidding, when you read the Imperial History section, it makes sense. As ridiculously retarded as it sounds for me to say, he marries his assassin's wife. Okay. So, she becomes Empress Kachiko. Furthermore, for their inability to defend his father, Hante the 29th disbands the entire Akodo family and declares all of them Ronin. This includes the Akodo clan champion, Akodo Toturi. He'll become important. So, the entire Scorpion clan and the entire Akodo family are non-existent. The families of 2 of the founding commies do not exist as of 1124. And that is the current history. We are currently mid-spring of 1124. So, 6 weeks into the year. Literally, the Rokugan calendar begins on the first day of spring. Sorry, begins in spring, which means the ancient calendars, beginning as they did, having the equinox at the middle of a season, they have just celebrated the equinox. Equinox and solstice is at the middle of the season instead of the beginning of the season. The equinox has just been celebrated. That is where we are in history. Fans of Rokugan will note that this is the beginning of several pivotal events, which my players get to play in. Yay! And that is all for the history lesson. Now we make Seth's character.
So say your goodbyes, Dennis.
Bye-bye, everyone!
Bye-bye.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Say bye-bye, Seth.
I may be drunk for more future episodes when I did not drink heavily the night before.
I supplied more alcohol.
He did. It may still be here come next week.